Hi friends, welcome back to another segment of what I call Vanity with Van, where I do my makeup and talk about things. I hate intros, so let's just get started. So I was on the phone with my best friend Emily this time last week, exactly actually, and her and I got to talking about this situation where you meet people in a social setting, like friends of friends or something like that, and specifically like meeting people for the second or third time after you've met them like once or twice already, and basically like them not remembering who you are. And I will be so bold to speak for both of us when I say, because we've grown up together essentially, we weren't the coolest people in high school or middle school. And I think we talked about this and we said that because we grew up like that, we kind of conditioned ourselves to believe that we weren't very memorable, that when we met people and we met people for like the second time after, we just kind of expected them to forget who we were. And I was like, isn't that messed up? Like, that is such a messed up insecurity. Okay. Sorry about that. You can hear everything from my house. But we got to talking about different scenarios where that type of thing has happened to us. And I was like, wow, isn't that such like a shitty feeling, for lack of a better word, that you would meet somebody and then you meet them again. And at least for the two of us, like, we have relatively good memory for the people that we meet. I'll recognize a face and generally I'll remember the name of somebody and like a couple of details about their life. But a lot of the times, or this used to happen a lot more, people like won't remember who I am, or like, you know, there's like no flicker of recognition in their eyes. And I'm like, wow, that's such an awful feeling. And so we were talking about how when you find yourself in that type of situation where you've met somebody, like let's just say once, and they don't really remember who you are. And I think there have been times in the past, at least, where I would just kind of pretend I didn't know the person either, almost because I felt embarrassed that I would remember so many details about who they were and like how we met and all of that, and they remembered like nothing about me. And I don't know why I felt embarrassed. And we talked about this, and I thought maybe it's just like, I don't know if it's like a power dynamic thing. I don't know, you feel like too cool to remember something, or it's like cool not to remember somebody for some odd reason. I don't know why, but now that I think about it, it doesn't make sense. And I was talking to Emily about this, and I said, you know what? I'm so over it. I'm so over pretending that I don't know somebody just so that it makes me seem like, I don't know, like more desperate. I'm like more uncool because I was the one that remembered and like they don't remember me. And I was like, you know, we really shouldn't feel embarrassed about remembering somebody. Like, it's such a great feeling when somebody remembers you, especially if you don't expect them to remember you. Which, you know, we've been in that situation too. And I was like, you know what? You should be embarrassed. Like, you should be embarrassed that you don't remember when I remember. And we just had a good laugh about it because we just found ourselves in that situation so many times. And where I'm at now is like, I'm over pretending that I don't know somebody if I have met them before and I do remember. Obviously, there's situations where I actually can't remember somebody's name, or I can't remember the details about their life. And, you know, that's normal. I don't expect everybody to remember everything about everyone they've met. You know, we're all meeting lots of people all the time. But it is nice when people remember. And if I feel like I can remember the details about somebody's life, like, why not just like make someone's day and say, oh, you, like, I remember you, we met here and we talked about X. Because I know that I have found myself in that situation before where somebody who I met once, like very briefly, I have like no expectation of them remembering who I am because our encounter was so brief, and they're like, oh, Van, we met here and like you do this and we talked about this. And I'm like, wow, you remember, like, that's so nice. That's such a good feeling. And for me now, I'm like, I want to be that person. I want to be that person that remembers things about people's life and makes people feel good about that. Anyways, that's pretty much the punchline, and I haven't even done the majority of my makeup. Let me do my eyeliner really quick. But yeah, you know, there's those stories of celebrities like meeting, I don't know, common people. And the ones that stand out are these celebrities that have like met a fan once and then somehow remember who they are years later. I think maybe like Chris Hemsworth or something has a story like that where he taught somebody. I could be remembering it wrong, but I'm not sure. But it really stands out because, like, why would you expect a celebrity to remember a fan? Not that I would liken myself to a celebrity, but it's a good feeling when somebody remembers you. And on the flip side, it's like a shitty feeling when somebody doesn't remember you, especially if you had some sort of interaction, you hung out with somebody, and then the next time they're like, hi, nice to meet you. And it's like, we already met. And it just baffles me now that I would say, oh, hi, nice to meet you. Also, that like pretending that I hadn't met the person, because why would I ever want to be the person that made somebody feel like shit? Like if I could do something about it. Anyways, I don't know if that's relatable in any way to people, but if it is, let me know because I'd like to feel less alone in this. And I will caveat by saying there's no expectation to like remember everybody you meet and their faces and names and like names of children and spouses and their hobbies. I think especially as I've gotten older, my memory tends to fail me a lot more, especially as I'm meeting more and more people. But if you do, like my best friend Emily, have this gift of remembering everything about people's lives, look, why not use it? Why not be that person that makes people feel good, that, you know, they remember details about your life? Like, who wouldn't love that? All right, I am not done with my makeup, but I'm done talking, so you can watch me do the rest of my makeup in silence, or I'll probably cut this out. Oh, speaking of makeup, quick plug for the Maybelline Sensational Liquid Matte Liquid Lipstick in Soft Wine. Not that I'm gonna wear this today, but I've worn this for the past 2 days and the color is bomb and it has really, really great staying power. I wore it all day, didn't have to reapply. If you're looking for a liquid lipstick that is like drugstore and a nice color, I feel like this would work for a lot of skin types. It's kind of like it's like a wine color, but not super, super burgundy and dark. Buildable, I think, although I just do like one layer. If you're interested. All right, thank you so much for listening to my ramblings. I hope that it was relatable in some way. If so, let me know because that will make me feel less alone. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you the next time I feel compelled to talk about something like this. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.